All right, man. So we have wide receiver DeSean Jackson. He's under the hot table, man. He for posting anti-Semitic posts on his Instagram page. Now I believe he has over like 1.7 million followers. And one of the posts is that he posted something like 2 pictures on Monday and Saturday. It's really explaining from Louis Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam leader. Well, it's pictures on the story feed of a quote that he attributed to Hitler. Okay, which the white Jews are accused of trying to blackmail America. Now, we know that in Louis Farrakhan over the years, anti-Semitic. It's not the fact that he was posting quotes from Louis Farrakhan. There's many individuals that actually gained some inspiration from him because he said some violent things. He actually had like a 2-hour speech about his brother Muhammad that passed away. But going into the story here, DeSean Jackson, he was really kind of just want to explain and educate African Americans. He was saying like they were planning for world domination will work if Negroes know who they are or who they were. And when you hear things like that, I don't know if it was like a made up post or something that was just like a synopsis of what Hitler would say, but we know that in history that Hitler was exterminating a lot of the Jews, created the Nazi Party, was known for his fascism in a way, and that's pretty much kind of really started the whole Holocaust in World War II. It was a very, very crazy thing, man. You read Dyer, Van Frank, many individuals, man, and Auschwitz and even Germany, they had to like hide and just, oh my God, just be careful, man, because he really, to the point that he turned like an enemy against the Jews, like just exterminating them, killing them, destroying them, taking in their land. It was very ridiculous because I believe that he kind of feared that they was going to take over the infrastructure and the banks, and they were just pretty much taking over the whole economy. So he just became this freaking crazy ass leader, man. And you have to be very careful when you posting historical facts, because even though the Jewish community, they may have access to resources, and yes, they may own all the entertainment here, they may own all of our our media and the communications. But every Jew doesn't have a wrongful agenda to the point that they want to be referenced into the Bible of the so-called Jews of the synagogues, and their pretty much agenda is like, okay, they don't really believe in Christ. They don't believe that that as black people they may be the chosen ones. Who knows? I've been hearing certain situations like that. I'm hearing like Pastor Darby, him rest in peace, he went into detail in his ministry how like African Americans are the real chosen ones. But at the same time, man, you can't be anti-Semitic. You will not be blessed for that. But I don't think that was really his hellish intentions. But it's just like saying, like, if a white person wants to educate their people about Black history, and they posted something about Willie Lynch or a Confederate soldier or Robert Lee Johnson, his quotes, and we're gonna take that offensive, even though he may be thinking like, hey, I just want to have my people to understand the true history, where we came from, what's going on. But we will take that some type of way, and that's just how the Jewish community is. I'm glad he apologized. I'm gonna read his apology, but you got to be really, really careful. And I know people's gonna sit up here, some black people gonna sit up here and say, well, okay, well, he was trying to educate us, but Hitler is gone, man. It's all in the past. We got to continuously move forward. The things that you're posting about, if African Americans were the chosen ones, who I won't say who cares, but it's kind of irrelevant at this moment right now. We got to focus on, the discrimination, the police brutality. Yes, it's good to know where we came from, who we are, but we got to focus on the now. And I was just thinking that, this is pretty much a really good wrongful approach. He was very unsuccessful in educating his people. I think you would get into some classrooms or post something like a Frederick Douglass actually wrote a 4th of July speech in 1852, on July 5th. His perspective on the Declaration of Independence, 1776, man. Really talked about the United States Constitution, Thomas Jefferson, Washington, the forefathers, and he went into detail of the perspectives of the slaves in that particular time, man, and what they, in time they went through, and should they celebrate, this particular holiday, and where they stand for in this country, even though they participate in every single war. So it's so much in detail that you could do in many different avenues. I feel like DeSean Jackson could have helped educate our people, and I'm glad that he's making an approach and he's doing an attempt to do this because of his NFL career, or his he has ability to have cultivate a audience for the most part. He's a famous person. But I just want to read his apology here. He said, I want to personally apologize to the Jewish community, Jeffrey Lurie, who's the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, Howie Roseman, Doug Peterson, the Eagles organization, and our fans for the insensitive and ill-formed posts that I shared on my social media. My intention was to uplift, unite, and encourage our culture with positivity and light. Unfortunately, that did not happen. I unintentionally hurt the Jewish community in the process. For that, I am sorry. Now more than ever, we must work together to end discrimination of all types and against all people and communities. I agree with that. This apology is more than just words. It's a promise to do better. I will fully educate myself and work with local and national organizations to be more informed and make a difference in our community. I will consider my words and actions moving forward. I will seek out voices from other communities and listen to their words, thoughts, and beliefs. There you go. I think that's one of the, and I'm almost finished with the quote, but I think that's one of the best approach there. As you see what actually really comes, what's going on. I think it's probably just lack of information, and things go viral. I accept this apology, but at the same time, you got to be kind of a little bit smart on this, man. It's a long drawn out history here. But in a time of division, he said, I am committed to doing my part in making this world a better place for our children, which is good, man, because the generation matters. And I'm just glad that celebrities stepping up. I know that you pretty much participate in just focusing on football. So I don't know if he on his own time, he go ahead and educate himself on our black history. But at the same time, man, just kind of, you don't want to make any type of controversy, but you have to get the facts, provide the facts, and just be careful when you have any type of leader that was just known for participating in the genocide and extorting and eliminating so many people. You don't want to really be posting their their comments in the sections in order to have some type of, I won't say agenda, but more of a information for your people so they can understand. But I just think that there's many ways that you can educate on Black history. Start off with Black Panther movements, start off like how it was infiltrated. DeSean Jackson, you can really go into detail, like I said, with the Willie Lynch letters. Something that's a little bit more inspiring that we can kind of okay, well, inspired to do better, like how we created HBCUs and what we can move on from there. Encourage more African Americans to get into law enforcement, to change certain things, becoming a lawyer. You can develop ideologies with W.E.B. Du Bois. He believed in white collar jobs, or Booker T. Washington, and developing into hands and skills and craftsmen. Building up the infrastructure in America. Let's focus more on where we stand in our placement here in America, especially as young Black men. I think that would be a more good approach. I mean, we post stuff all the time. We repost, we share things on memes. So a lot of things can get misconstrued. But with this, if you did your history, how Hitler was, who knows? Hitler probably hated Black people. I think Jesse Owens, when he won the Olympics in the 30s, bro, it's just okay, he didn't really even shake his hand or anything, acknowledge him. I mean, so it is what it is though. But just kind of just be careful. I don't think he will be suspended for this. I believe the Eagles organization, for what I researched, they end up accepting this apology. I don't think they may do some more further readings, investigation, but I don't think they're gonna sit up here and reprimand him, charge him, get him fined. But when you post anti-Semitic things, when Adolf Hitler or anyone who was just a known figure for the Holocaust and just really kind of just changing the course of history, you have to be really mindful. Kind of do a little bit more research. But this is a time, I will say, this is a time and day, like I said, to really get into that huge education, because I'm still doing it. The significance of African Americans and what they contribute in this country. So that's all I really have to say. Tell me what you guys think about here. The anti-Semitic DeSean Jackson, should he be punished or whatever? People can say, it's comparison to maybe to Lil Drew Brees when he talked about, he don't understand why people should be kneeling or kneel down the flag. He was coming from his perspective, and that his grandfather, he served in the country. It's a really disrespect to those men and women who served in the country here. I mean, he has every right to his opinion. It's a whole 9 yards thing though, but I just think that we're really hit the nail on the head with this whole allegedly Adolf Hitler quote here. But that's all I really have to say. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. I appreciate everyone, man. New subscribers coming in. You guys take care. I love y'all. I'm out. Deuces.